Hey guys, welcome back to the WDW Strategist channel. Today we're going to be talking about tickets. Now, you might be asking, why is a ticket important? A ticket is important because it's the only way to get inside of a Disney theme park. If you bought it from Disney, it's either going to look like this, which is a hard plastic card with RFID enabled, or it's going to look a little bit something like this. And that is a magic band that you wear on your wrist. Now, if you get your tickets from a third-party vendor, you're probably going to get them in the form of the card. You might also get them as paper tickets, which you'll then later have to convert to cards, so let's hope that you get a card so it's less work for you. Now, that's basically your two options for buying tickets, from Disney themselves or from a third-party seller. I have used both. The third-party seller I've been using recently has been undercovertourist.com, and I'll put them in the section below in the info. They're really good because they're pretty legitimate. I mean, a lot of people have used them. I've used them, had great experiences with them. They're fast, and they can also save you a little bit of money. They buy tickets from Disney in bulk, so they pass on the savings to you. It's not going to be a ton, but it's better than paying rack rate from Disney. Now, the reason I say that they're probably going to look like this if you buy them from a third-party vendor is because the Magic Band is going to be basically everything you need for your trip on that. But if you don't buy your tickets through Disney, they're not going to be on the Magic Band. But that doesn't mean you're not going to get a Magic Band later. And you can always add your ticket to the band so you don't have to carry them separately. You can also opt out of getting a Magic Band and keep your RFID card if that's what you want to do. Now, you're probably thinking, if I'm taking a week-long vacation, I'm going to need a ticket with 7 days on it. Well, that might not actually be true, because depending on when your flight comes in or when you arrive, are you going to want to be going to the park on a half day when you arrive or a half day when you leave? If that's a yes, then yes, you would need 7 days, because a day counts as one entry to one park per day. So let's say you went to the Epcot in the morning and you decided you want to go to the Magic Kingdom at night. If you did that, it would use 2 days on your ticket, because you're only allowed to enter one park equals 1 day, if that makes sense. So if you went into 2 parks, it would take 2 days off of your ticket. If you're thinking, well, I don't really want to stay at the same park every day, or I want to eat dinner or lunch somewhere else, well, I've got something that might help you. That's called a park hopper. This is something you can add on to your ticket for a little bit more money, and that allows you to visit as many of the Disney parks as you would like within 1 day. So let's say you again went to Magic Kingdom in the morning and decided you want to end the day with Fantasmic at Hollywood Studios. That would be fine. As long as you have the park hopper, you can come and go between the parks as much as you would like. It doesn't take another day off of your ticket. Another add-on you can do is the Water Parks Fun and More, and this allows you days in the water park, and also some other recreational activities are included in that. Those are both separate if you would like only one of them. If you would like to buy both of them, they actually offer you a discount if you bundle them together, which you can only do when you first order the tickets, as far as I know. So if you're planning on going to the water parks at all, I would recommend getting that, because it's pretty expensive to buy a separate water park ticket. I've done that before and I was not happy with how much it costs, so that's something to look forward to. Now, there's another add-on that officially doesn't really exist per se anymore. It's harder to find. It still exists, but they don't sell it outright anymore, and that's the no expiration offer. This is something you can add on to your ticket, as well as the Water Parks Fun and More, or the Hopper, but it's not going to be available directly through Disney when you go on their site to order it by itself. You can get it through a travel agent, you can get it other ways through their site by manipulating it, but outright they're not going to sell it to you. You can also get it from some third-party vendors if they still have those tickets left. Now that I've gotten over how you get them, let's talk about what it actually is. The no expiration offer is kind of cool. Let's say you were taking your 7-day vacation and you knew you were going to be coming back to Disney at some point in the future. It doesn't matter when specifically, just as long as you know you're going to or have any plans to. You would go and you would buy, let's say, a 10-day ticket for that 7-day vacation. Normally, you would have 10 days, obviously, but if you were only going to use 7, then the other 3 would expire after 14 days after the first time you used the ticket. So let's say you used it on a Monday the 1st. If you didn't use it by 14 days from that day, they would go away and you would lose their value. Now, if you had no expiration, that means those 3 remaining days that you didn't use on your 7-day trip never expired, no matter how many days have gone by. You could come back 10 years from now and they would still be good. The reason people would buy that is because it safeguards you from ticket price increases in the future, and they've been doing those pretty much annually every year for quite a while now. So if you wait long enough, you might actually save money on the tickets because you're going to be covering the cost of adding on the no expiration by offsetting it with the ticket increases. There is one other kind of ticket I kind of want to talk about because they're pretty popular and I kind of love mine, so we're going to talk about it real quick. And that's this. You see how it has that orange stripe instead of just all green? That's an annual pass ticket, and what that means is you have unlimited access to the parks and park hopping for one entire year. That means you could go to 4 parks a day every day of the year. Now, one of the kind of tricky things you can do is if you know you're going to be taking 2 long Disney vacations within 1 year, really. So let's say you were going to take one April 1st this year to the middle of April, and then you knew you wanted to take one in the spring next year, you would make it for just enough time before the date your ticket ends, so it'd be the middle of March to the end of March. And this will actually save you from having to buy tickets twice. It'll save you a good chunk of money if your trip is long. We did that last year. We went on a trip for 11 days, and then we were going to go on another one this year for 12 days right before this one expires. So we didn't have to buy tickets for the second trip. Saves you a decent amount of money too, actually a lot of money depending on how much you use it. There is one little trap with the annual pass, and that's something we discovered and had heard about. And that's you're going to be wanting to make trips on a whim all the time because you can just come and go into the park as you please. We ended up taking a trip in October and in December, and they're taking another one coming up in the spring, so it actually ended up costing us more money, but it was really fun, so that's just something to look out for. Alright, I think that's going to wrap us up on tickets for today. If you guys have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below or send us a tweet. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.